Hey guys, it's Lisa back with another video for you for Lisa Wise Designs, and today we're going to continue in our series on the triple pocket folio. Where we left off yesterday is we have made 3 of our folio inserts. I made one that's got this travel theme of my mom and I made this one that's got these really cool vintage photos or heritage photos. And then those are both the left ones. Yes, which is my right and my left. And this is the one that opens to the right. This is another travel with my family. And we're going to do the second right one that's got some current photos to go in here. If you love this paper and you love kits, I still have a handful of these available. Just go to the description box below this video and there'll be a link to my Etsy shop, or you can use your own product and just pick up the tutorial only. All right, so let's put this away. We'll pull it all together at the end. So grab that last E-piece you have that opens to the right. And we're going to start on our cutting guide at the bottom of page 13 where it says second photo insert right. Okay, so we need a 4x4 cut apart. So just pick out your favorite one there. We're going to be working on the front. And then you're going to need a piece of 1/4 by 4-inch sliver to kind of help take up some of this room here. So I chose this yellow paper that's got these flowers on it. And then you'll need a 4x4 photo. And this is what I am going to use here. And I'll put this to this side and I will bring out my sample here. So this is where we're going with it. So this is what the front will look like. Okay, I love these colors. And so this is my granddaughter last February. She is adorable. So I'm just gonna flip this open just so that's easier to glue on for now. She is walking and starting to talk and stuff. It is so cute. I've made the joke that she calls me Hey, that's my name for now, but I think that's everybody's name right now. Hey. When she wants something. So it works because we pay attention. We jump when she says anything and asks for anything. She was adorable at Easter. She was too prissy to sit down in that grass or stand at all in the grass to hunt Easter eggs. She knew what she was doing. She had us hunting her eggs for her. So cute. Go. And then you can leave it like this. You can put a sticker on it, but I like to kind of take up some of that room with some of the pattern paper leftovers, or in this case, this was part of a branding strip that I cut down the center to 1/4 inch, then cut it off at 4 inches. So there's that. And we will come back and add some embellishments to it. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got going here. You could put your last 4x6 cut apart here, or you could use 2 cut aparts together out of that other sheet that has the 3x4s. And I thought this would be kind of cool, and we might put a photo here, and then we'll have a vertical and a horizontal 4x6, and then these 2x2 cut aparts. So we've also got another sliver here, take up some of that room. So let's see. I think I'm going to put this one on the back because both of these are my mom and dad, so that'll look kind of cool here. This is when they were celebrating their 50th, so they were holding one of their wedding photos. I thought that was really a cool picture. And I like this that says we are blessed. I like using the same one I did here. And like I said, another sliver here. You can use your pattern paper or you can use those branding strips. This here, so neat, and then this will go on the back. So if you're wondering about the certain dimensions, what I'm using here, all you have to do is follow along with me. And now I am going to page 14, and it's all laid out here for you, all of your dimensions here, so you don't even have to take out your ruler. It's very easy to do though if you are going to mix up your photos, just like I had yesterday in some of my photos were a little shorter than 4x6. So all you have to do is measure the area that you're wanting to cover and subtract 1/4 of an inch off your length and 1/4 of an inch off your height. And that's usually how I go about matting. All right, I'm gonna put this one here. Yeah. Wow, that's a really good picture. So I'm going to try and match this photo up to the same edge here. That always makes it look more professional or put together. If I can do that there. It's kind of hard to do when my head is not directly over it, but I try to keep my head out of the camera as much as I can because that can be very distracting. Put this one here, and I've read this one a couple of times, but I absolutely love this saying. I had never heard this saying until I read it here. So I'm trying to also match these up, this edges with the edges of the photos on the other side. So once you get one side done, it makes it a little easier to get your measurements. Like I used to say, your guesstimates, where you're gonna put it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip over to the back, and we will come back, like I say, and do some embellishing. I'm going to use a vertical photo here, and I'm going to use 3 of these 2x2s here. I kind of switched it up a little bit from what I had in the first one, and then use some of that blue paper with flowers. It is so pretty, and that will help bring out the blue right here, and then we won't have anything that we need to kind of take up the space in there. I am so excited and so encouraged by recent events. I had been trying to buy a couple of pair of pants for a while now, and for the longest time stores were not open, and then when they were, for many months, the dressing rooms have not been open. So I went today to try and take back some clothes that didn't fit, and the dressing rooms were finally open. Still had to wear a mask, which I'm good with. I'm still wearing one. But the dressing room was open. I'm so excited. Maybe that means that soon, maybe as in before this calendar year is over, we'll be able to craft in person again together. Gosh, that would be so nice. I love that. That is so pretty. All right, so let's do a little bit of embellishing. So in the front, I just kind of like to put something here or here in the center to kind of pull all this together. So let's look through our stickers. All right, so we've got Athena here. Let me see. You know I'm gonna put a big heart or something there. A butterfly and a heart would be really pretty because we have all these butterflies here. So here's a big red butterfly. And let me see. We are family life, a legacy of love, our story. I like this one, says photos and memories. Oh, this is us, love my family. Let's see what this love my family looks like if I were to put that one right here. Kind of helps pull in the butterfly. And then instead of having that butterfly there, I think I'm gonna cover that tiny butterfly up with the sticker butterfly. Yeah, but I'm gonna put a little bit of ink around the edges to help it stand out. And throughout this project, I'm using Distress ink in the color Vintage Photo. There we go. Isn't that cute? So cute. All right. I'm gonna open this up. To see on this one, I just put a little heart here. This one I had family, so I'm gonna take a look at that. And over here I had this really long sticker. So this says we are family, but I cut off the we are, I just put family. So I'm gonna take a look at that this time. You know, I really do like to use my stickers in different ways if I want to. I'm not afraid to cut things off. I just think aesthetically this one looks better with just family for where I'm wanting to put it. So I'm just going to do a rough cut around the word family. Just bubble cutting around it to make it look like that's how the sticker came. A little bit of that vintage photo ink. And put that there right in the center. Okay, I love that. Now, I need something here. I think I have already used that sticker somewhere else. So I'm going to take a look. Oh no, here it is. This says Generations. Isn't this cute? So what I did last time is I put this here and then I extended it with a little piece of pattern paper, just like that. So I think that's what I'll do again. I still like this. It's here. So I had a little piece of the branding strip left over that had that plaid. It's like this. So I kept it because, you know, it was like my favorite, this little plaid piece. So I'm going to butt it up. Well, let's see. May not butt it up. I want it here. I want it to come out the side. So if this is here, I think I'll put it right at the bottom. Yeah, bottom of the picture. So I'm just going to trim this off, this white piece. So this is all I had left of it, of the brandy strip anyway. So I'm just going to put it on the edge of that photo, like so. And then I'm going to layer this on top, and that kind of helps this extend out toward the end. I'm going to line this up where it just touches that score line, or almost touches it, and kind of connects this bottom and this top together. Now this is trash. I love that. So I didn't put anything here, but I might now. I might look. I've been dying to use this flower somewhere. I wonder if this is finally it. Well, it's a lot of blue. It's a lot of blue. Nope, it's not your time. But maybe this one or this one. Maybe this red one. Just wasn't your time, dude. Okay, this one's really big. I don't want to cover up too much of the photo. Okay, well, I've got one left to try here. Let's see. Well, it's not the exact same color as that one. It's really close. So, okay. We're striking out. I'm going back to the red one. And I'm going to grab a butterfly. I'm going to put this here. It's going to layer this on top, like so. Do I have a smaller butterfly? I think this is the only one I've got left. He's really big. Maybe I'll get a heart. It's in a different color. Yeah, because I'm trying to bring out that blue. So maybe I can... No, don't like that either. It's okay. Let's just go ahead and ink this. It's very stark white around the edges. Place this down first, and then we might put some more on top. All right, so let's do come like this. I don't want it to cover up my daughter's hand too much, or her boot. She'll be so mad. Maybe I should just do it here. Let's see, how do I like this? And this just kind of blends in down here. Okay. Kind of like that, and now I can put my heart and stuff there, and I don't think it'll look so out of place. Let's put that here. Definitely needs... I'm telling you, my dog has not barked since I've been home today until I turned the camera on. But I think the kids are home from school, and then they all go outside and play, and then she likes to bark. This is really cute. Okay, I like that. So let's work on the inside here. Let's pull out, put this one away. let's pull out these photo crops. So I pulled out the one for the 2x2, and see, that will go perfectly in the center of this cutout. And I want to put this photo of the grandbaby, which is their great grandbaby, here. And I printed it on my printer in a smaller version. I think this is probably a wallet size. So the way I would use this is I'm going to take this 2x2 and I'm going to figure out where this would land, where I won't cut her little feet off or her head off, and kind of go to the side, either go to one side, go to the other. I'm going to bring you in just a little bit and then change my autofocus so that you can kind of see what I'm doing. There we go. Don't let me forget to zoom back out. And then just going to make some marks around here. And that way, kind of got a good estimate of where I want to do my trimming. So once I get my first 2 cuts made, I could just go over to the 2-inch mark, or I can just follow along on those lines that I cut, or that I used my pencil. Made a pencil mark. Come on, get it out. It's fine. We're good. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I'm very zoomed in. All right, sorry. Let me zoom back out here. There we go. All right, so since I printed these on my home computer and printer, they're just on cardstock, and so I am hitting them with some Distress ink. And see, I think this would be really cute like this, to have my mom and dad and all the years they have been married, where they started, where they are now, and then have little Athena right here. Isn't this really cute? Adorable. So I thought about putting some more paper behind it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I really think that's cute. You could put another layer behind it and put another mat, which would be really cute. I don't think I want to add anything else. And you could also add washi tape over this washi tape, would be really cute. But I think I really like that. So let me see if I want to put anything with Miss Athena. Let's see. Family tree would be good. Here. Don't like that. I think I'm going to stick with my hearts here. And put that on the edge of her photo. All right, yep, I like that. Okay, after this we will have be done with the 4 inserts. And we're going to move on and make some decorative paper clips. So cute. Put this away. So you can see where you can use these in a lot of different ways. When you're cutting your pattern paper, when you're cutting your photos in just the right spot. I hope you enjoy using these. I hope I will use them again in future videos for sure. And I meant to use it more in these videos, but I didn't want to cut everything with you, or these videos will be so long. So there's all of our inserts. So now we're going to go to the middle of page 14, and we're going to do decorative paper clips. So what you want to do is you want to grab your paper clip that came in your kit, or if you're following along with your own product, this is 2 1/8 by 4 1/4. That's what we're working with. This is where we're going with this. Well, I need to come closer to myself. I think I have my camera set up differently today. Okay, so then I cut a piece of this red pattern paper with the blue flowers on it to a 2 by 3. And like I said, all these dimensions are in your cutting guide. So the first thing we want to do is we're just going to fold this in half. You can Put it on your scoreboard if you want to. I'm just going to do it this way. Just going to fold it in half. All right. So before we move on, I'm just going to kind of show you the basis of what we're making here, that this is a paper clip. So if I take this and kind of want to hold this together, this has got a paper clip inside of it, so when you just slide this on top of it, it won't fall off, it holds it. It's just a decorative paper clip. So the basis to making one of these is very simple. You need at least 2 pieces of paper. Usually you have a base and a more decorative top piece. So this is just paper I have basically in my trash can that I grabbed out. And so they're both folded in half, right? So whatever you have, you fold in half because you want one to layer on top of the other one. It can be any dimension that you want it to be. They just need to be folded in half. And what you would do is your base piece, you're going to put a paper clip on top of that base piece, okay? And then you're going to glue this piece firmly down, front and back, right? All the way around it, all the way around this piece, so that this base piece now becomes a paper clip. So that is essentially what we're going to do. I've seen this floating around the internet for quite a while, but didn't really understand, so I thought I would break that down for you, and that's what we're gonna make one. We're just gonna happen to be making one out of a tag base. All right, sorry I got interrupted there for a second. Back to making the paper clip. So now that I've kind of showed you the background, or the backstory of how the paper clip is made, let's get to making one of ours. We just happen to be starting with a tag instead of pattern paper. So, fold this out. So now that I've got this folded in half, I'm going to take my paper clip and just put it right there on the center to hold it in place. Now I have this 2x3 piece of paper, and I'm going to start on the back, and I'm going to center it right, left, and bottom, and then just going to kind of wrap it all the way around this paper clip and glue into place. Now if this paper clip's showing, that means I need to have more paper, or I can turn my paper clip around where I have the shorter end of the paper clip on the top. I'm going to try that first. And just make sure, yeah, so most of that now is hidden, and then we're going to put some washi tape here and put a few more items there on the front just to embellish it up a little. So I think this is a little fun added element. Again, I'm starting on the back, just kind of lining it up side to side, top to bottom, then folding it over just like so, getting this about as tight as I can, but of course you're going to have a little bit of room at the top because that paper clip's under there. It's not going to be smooth on the side or the top because you've got some bulk in there, but cutie patootie. So let's go ahead and put our ribbon in here so that we don't have to deal with that later. So I'm using this dark olive green. So since this is the front of mine, I folded it. I'm going to push that fold through that and then put the ends through the loop and pull it tight. Okay. So actually on our page, it's going to point down like this. And then I like to fold the ends together. Take my scissors, start on the outside, bottom, and cut at an angle toward my fingers. And then now I get like this little ribbon tail, and I like to distress it. There we go. All right, so there's the beginning here. So now I'm gonna grab some washi tape, and I'm gonna go back to this that looks like an old piece of paper, ledger paper. It's got that yellowish green color. Just gonna make sure I cut one that's long enough to go across the tag. Then I'm just gonna start on one side, pull it over, and then tear it with my fingers and kind of give it a rough tear here, like so. Save this little piece on the edge of my table in case we need it before we're done with this project. All right, so you may want to put some glue behind it. I always seem to forget that. piece of it, but I'm going to be putting some stickers over it, so we should be good. So I really love keys, and I wanted to work in keys. So on this sticker sheet, there's a really cool key right here in the center. I'm going to pull it off. Go ahead and put some ink on there. Whoopsie. Okay. Then there is a sticker also on that same one that says "This is us." This little red one here at the bottom. Hit it. And then what I did is I took the key like so, and I took this red one and I kind of put it underneath the key. And I'm not sure what that's called on a key. That actually goes in the door like this. See, but this is kind of on top. This is sticking out here. And then I decided to do one more thing. There's a little heart that's kind of up underneath there. So I'm going to take this heart here. It doesn't show it very well on this. I wonder if I have a blue one left to do with this one. There is a blue one right here. There's one down here too. Alright, we'll try it with this one this time. So what I did is I kind of slid this over between "This is us" and the key here. I'll do that first. And then pull this key over it. And I'll show you what I've got here. I love to layer stickers, so this is what I have here. Make sure that heart goes underneath. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this. Put it down, then I'll show you. Right, just like so. Yeah, I like that better with the blue on that one. It shows up much better. Cute! Love. So now you've got a decorative paper clip. So I know there's somebody out there, their mind is now... We'll zoom in just a little bit. Sorry for this. I'm trying to get it a little closer. Their mind is going. They're like, what just happened? I am going to make some of these. So I'm going back to this we just made, A Lifetime of Love. And I'm going to just kind of open this up between, you know, the front and the back of the tag. And slide that on, and just makes a little decorative piece to hold this shut. Now, this is a really small item. You don't have to have anything to hold it shut, right? This is just another decorative piece to kind of put it over the top. And I love it. Love, love, love it. I hope you do too. That's the first time that I have made one of these in a project, personal or to teach. So that's so much fun. So let's step it up a notch and let's make another one for the other right hand one. Let's see. So this is right hand. I didn't finish my sentence. I do that all the time. These photo inserts. So these are the ones that are on the left. See, they've got a little decorative edge here. We put the tags on. So here's the one that's going to be on the right. So it's got a tag on the top here. So now we need to gussy up this one by putting one. We're not going to use any ribbon on it, but we are going to make a really cutesy paper clip. Okay, here we go. So this is kind of what we're gonna make. I'm just not gonna use this black cardstock because it got to be too thick. And we'll just see how it goes here. What we got. Pull out one of my paper clips so I don't forget it. What we're gonna be working with first is this piece. You remember we cut this piece, you know, you recognize this, and this was taped on the back to make the front of our folio here. Our folio, what am I calling this? A folio insert? No, it's a folio cylinder. I don't know. So this is what we cut to make here. All right, so this is the leftover. So you want to get that. This is also a leftover from the bottom piece of it. So but we're going to use the red that's on the back. So these are where I got these two pieces from. And this I'm kind of put right there in frames because this is what we're going to be making. So you want to follow along with me. I'm in the middle of page 15 right here, decorative paper clip number 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this side, this right side that was Scotch taped on here. So I'm just gonna take this piece off, just very carefully pull that off. So I thought this might be fun just to utilize what would become a scrap if we did not. Okay, so now this is what we have. We just took that apart. So on this right hand side, we're gonna come over and cut 2 inches off this right side. Okay. All right, move my stuff here. All right, I'm gonna have to turn it, yeah, this way. I'm gonna go to the bottom here, if you'll be able to see me, to cut 2 inches, like so. So now this is what you have. This is what we started with. It was all together. So now this is what we have right here. So this we're not going to use right now. I'm kind of move this out of the way with my other pieces. And we're going to make a decorative paper clip here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it, we can either fold it in half or you can put it in your scoreboard. And I'm wondering if it'd just be easier to fold it in half because I want it to match up with the bottom here of where this angle starts. So in this case, I think it might be easier to do that just by hand folding because it might be a little off. That's easy enough. So I'm going to go around all the edges, including the fold. I'm going to open it up and do all of the front. See which edges you're going to show here. Alright, just like so. And then what we're going to do is, since this is sized now appropriately, this we're going to go over the top of that, and we will make sure that we have about 1/8 of an inch on both sides and at the bottom, and then we're going to fold this piece over. So cute. This is so much fun. To do that, then you just fold it over like so. Burnish and take this off. So like I said, I know there's some folks out there right now that's got their brains in overdrive of how they can make these for bookmarks or other things, because I do, because mine's going. So before I move on this beige piece, you want to go ahead and put the small piece of the paper clip to the front, right there in the center. And then on the blue flower, this is going to go here. And don't worry, once we get this glued on, we're going to trim this off. Or you could do it before if you wanted to. You could go ahead, because I'm not even looking at my directions. We could go ahead and make a mark here and trim. And if that was a mistake, I'll just cover it up with some stickers. Let's see. Yeah, it's not exact, but it is really, really close. Okay, so just make sure you got your paper clip on first. And just add a liberal amount of glue all over this piece. And then take a moment to get it lined up. Before it catches here. And try to pull it down tight. Just burnishing this into place. Alright, and I'm going to hit the top with some brown ink again because mine is cracking a little bit. But that's probably because I didn't use my scoreboard. I'm not worried about it. So on the back, I have a little bit of overhang. I could trim that off, but it's not showing on the front, so I'm not going to worry about it. So from here, we can decorate it however we want. So what I did last time is I took a strip. We could probably use this one if it's long enough. It may not quite be long enough. Or like I said, this other piece that was on the bottom, this red, and let's cut 1/2 inch long strip. That red, I just went all the way through. Just like so. And then I had a piece of leftover branding strip, this blue flowers. And that's what I did, is I kind of put that in the center and glued it down. So I need some more ink here. So you can get as elaborate or as simple as you want with this, but I think this is fun to do. And this will be our last step. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of hand measure this and rip it. If anybody knows Brenda Berry, you're so proud of me right there for just ripping a sheet of paper, because I always tell Miss Brenda when we teach classes with May May that, yeah, that's not for me. I'm not a paper tearer. She teaches the best classes. She really is artistic and lets you be free in that class. And then you come to my class and I teach you how to cut in 1/8 of an inch and stress you out. All right, so I'm gonna flip this over, trim that off where it meets, just like so. Get to that little piece. Okay, so now take our paper clip. I'm going to run it right here. Fold it, and I'm gonna make a couple more marks. Say it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna make a couple marks of where I want to trim it, thereabouts. And pull it tight and do the same thing here. I'm gonna make some marks of where that angle is. I'll bring it up to show you where this angle right here, the blue paper is. And it's not gonna be perfect. When I did this the first time, it was not, but it's okay. There's lots of things I can live with, and I guess there's lots of things I can't. There's some things that bothers me, some things that do not. And I don't think anyone's going to be turning this over and looking at it. If they do, that's okay. Now I'll put this back on here and push that down. That's pretty close. See now where this blue is? This kind of follows that same angle. It is not perfect, you can see, but it's close. Glue this down. What's the old saying about close only counts and hand grenades and horseshoes or something? Maybe paper crafting should be one of those examples. There we go. Right. I didn't quite get that one pulled down enough. That's okay. See, it doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the blue, but it's close. Now, just to finish it off, I used this red butterfly, if I still have one left, because I've been changing it up here. I have a yellow one and I have a blue one, it looks like. But the blue's not going to show up, but the yellow would be pretty. So let's try that one for size. Oh, that's pretty. It really stands out. Like that. All right, so couple different versions where I started with some black cardstock behind that one, but it was very bulky. I liked this one much better. So let's see, I'm gonna go back to this right side of this photo insert that I made, and I'm just going to see how this has got this bigger opening because of the angle. So the paper's gonna go right underneath here. Like so. So that's what the back looks like. Here, there, and the front looks like. So if I got off from my instructions, I apologize. And I think the only thing I said to do here is you may want to round the corners on the back, that might look better here than this stark straight edge. So feel free to do that piece. So I will mention one thing about this. I'm going to train this paper to kind of go to the back, not to the front, to curl up. Put it on here so it looks a little better. See, it's kind of now pointing down into the photo instead of away from it. And what I was going to say is when you put these in here, if you decide to use these, there's a technique. You don't want to go straight on because it's going to hit it, right? You can still do it. There's enough wiggle room. But the easiest way to do it is start kind of at the bottom at an angle, swoop it up in there. Just swoop it up in there. So that's what I would do. I would take this and just kind of put it in like that, and you won't have any issues. Of course, there's not going to be any issues pulling it out if you're giving it as a gift, but that's just a little tip of how I found is the easiest way to get this in here where it doesn't catch on it. So if you come in, you know, at a straight angle, you kind of get a little resistance there, and that can be a little frustrating. But that's just a little extra you can put on there. So we're 45 minutes in, so I think we'll come back tomorrow and we'll start working on the envelopes. So let's do that tomorrow, and I'll meet you back here, same time, same place. I hope you're enjoying this project and these videos. I am really enjoying making them for you. If you like these videos, be sure and give them a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you decide to make this project, whether you make it exactly like mine or you go way off on a limb and use all kind of crazy papers like from the 80s, oh my gosh, that'd be so awesome, or make a baby theme, please go over to our Facebook group and post some photos. We would love to see some inspiration, and that link is also below the video. Okay guys, see you back here tomorrow.